welcome. I'm alone. We lost Mr. ENORTAP right now, but welcome back to another Hockey Nation Live show, warm-up show with the hockey coach, your coach Frenchie. Maybe we're going to find a way to Mr. ENORTAP come back in the show a little bit later, but maybe it's 5 o'clock and now he's maybe stuck over there and he's frozen, he said at that moment. And I don't know why he's frozen, but it look like I'm not frozen. Hopefully an amazing, great Friday. It's a Friday, May 20. And we are going to do the show today. Mr. Richard Mullen, welcome aboard. Thanks to be a part of the show. And then we have Mr. Blackhawks fan 97. Welcome aboard. Thanks to be a part of the show. And we tried to reach Mr. ENORTAP. Mr. ENORTAP. We may be back in the next couple of minutes. Mr. Francois Pitt, welcome aboard. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. Thanks to be with us. Mr. Caleb Sauce, Absolute Culture out there. Mr. Caleb, welcome aboard. And who we have also, Nicolas de Kobe Bono. Welcome back also in the show. And we're still waiting. You have the same problem? No. Look like if you are online, can you confirm with me everything is good? Because he said he cannot. He said it's frozen. Everything said the YouTube channel is good, right? On my part, look like it's good on the YouTube channel. He will reboot his internet. That's what happening about that one. That one will be 100%. I'm glad to see you, Nick, about this. Yeah, we are doing the show at 5 o'clock and not 6 o'clock today, guys, because I feel not good to be alone like this. Where's the guy beside me? He's not here yet. But we'll be interesting to see that. Mr. Yamo Vertonen in the house tonight. Mr. Jose Duarte, welcome aboard. Renault said, do the Rangers have the best defensive core in the league going forward? I think Miller can become a superstar. Renault, I'll be honest with you. I think they will become one of the best as a defenseman. You think about this. They have Fox, Miller. They have Trouba. They have Schneider. They have Lindgren. That's 5. They have Jones as a prospect. They have also the Sweden kid as a prospect. So they have 8 defensemen, Renault, where they can completely be a great, they can become a great core of the defensemen over there for sure, Renault. You're welcome, Jose. Talking about the Dallas Star cleaned up the house today as a staff. I don't know if you have an agreement between Rick Barnes and also the Jim Neal over there. We talked about this last week, I believe. You remember I spoke about, I don't know what they're going to do with Jim Neal, everything like that. But my point to you is they clean up today the management, all the hockey staff, the coaches, and everybody. So Derek Lextall and Steven and also Rick Barnes are out over there. Look like Rick, they said they'd be resigned, but I think you have an agreement with Dallas Star. But anyway, so another door open. I'm sure they call already Barry Trust. Barry Trust in Dallas now would be interesting to see that. But I think the coach going over there, they're going to have a good team over there for next year anyway. So it would be interesting. A lot of people think Mike Babcock could be another one. Dallas is a nice place to live. It's a nice area. It's beautiful in Texas. So it'll be interesting what is going to happen for sure. Mr. Round with Kings 20 in the house tonight. Yep, everybody is out. Yamo is on the tour exactly after Philadelphia. Looked like he went to Detroit yesterday, so I'm sure he's going to look now for Nashville. And you have a lot of open job left and right. You talk about Vegas, Winnipeg, Philadelphia, Dallas. That's Detroit. That's 5. And then you have a GM in San Jose. They have no GM right now over there. So that's another thing you have to look about. So we have a lot of things what's going on and what happening with Ottawa Senator as the owners. That's another one about that one over there. Miss Kelly, welcome aboard. Good afternoon, Mr. Igor Pereira. Welcome aboard. No gel for Miss Kelly tonight. I agree with you about that. Terry T in the house. Terry, this was really strange for me last night. I was expecting the Avalanche to get their second win of the series, go to St. Louis Blues with 2-0, and then they can lose one game over there and then come back home with 3, maybe finalize this. But you have to give credit for Bennington last night. And St. Louis Blues, they step up more. They was the better team over there. It's a series we mentioned earlier. It will be 6-7 games. It's not going to be easy for the Carolina Avalanche and also for the St. Louis Blues. I still believe the Avalanche have a little step over Blues on my part. But like I said, like Edmonton, Mike Smith, like St. Louis Blues, is going to be Bennington. And that's the goaltender become now really important, the key of any team right now if they want to move on to round number 3, round number 4. They are the goaltender make its friends. Right now, Bennington better both game over the Quimper. Though you cannot complain about Quimper, but Bennington carry on that team right now is by his save every time. That. So it'll be interesting to say that about that. Wow, jail is packed. Richard, he said, Cadres need some more guards about that one over there. Coach, you are Angel? Thought, no. I have a free pass, Kelly. So I use my free pass because I pick and select the Montreal Canadiens to win the NHL draft. So I'm lucky about this. And I thought also have a free pass. So we was the two only one did it. And then for the race, Kentucky race derby, nobody got the winner of the race, so nobody have some free pass. That's happening about this one over there. Yamo could be Rio tonight, and more tuna ordered by Chef Alcatraz. Kelly, ENORTAP was supposed to come up. You have some problem with internet right now, so I start the show with him on the green room, and when we come on, he was not there. So we're going to be interesting right now. To see that Danny, Owner, Nick, and Jill in our tap me or save. Feel like Dallas will go on a major rebuild, François Pitre. Will be interesting. I'm still concerned, François. First of all, François, welcome aboard. I'm still a little bit concerned about what's next because Jim Neal have only one more year of his contract, and that's rare when you see this, a GM finishing like Marc Bergevin. He was running the team on his last year of his contract. Same thing with Jim Neal. So it'll be interesting what happened. And I said last week, why a new GM with only 1 year contract? He was going to bring a new coach, a new staff, and then he get fired or he leave the building, and then you have a new GM, and now you have. So I don't know what's going on. If the case are that way, I would expect the Dallas Stars gave him an extension 2 or 3 years from Jim Neal. Could be wrong, but that's usually how this works in NHL. Usually, you don't leave your staff, management, or cooperation on the last season of the contract. What do you mean about this? So if you have a head coach, he signed a 5 years contract. After the 4 years, they were starting to negotiate his contract. Same thing with assistant coach. They signed a 3 years contract. After 2 years, during the summer, they will get his contract up about that one over there. And that would be interesting about that. Mr. ENORTAP, welcome aboard.
Hey, Coach. Sorry about that.
Did you miss the plane, the bus, or what's going on with you?
No, I'm not on that bus today, unfortunately.
All right, sounds
Happy
good.
Friday to everyone.
Welcome back, by the way. Thanks to be on. Me, I see you before that, so I'm not like a surprise. Maybe the people was looking. But anyway, Igor said, I think the Blues will win the series. Possible, Igor, they have a chance to win it like anybody like this. I will not be surprised. If my horse win the Breakness tomorrow, can I get a free pass, Blackhawks? That's something we need to know. I believe in Florida, at least make a one good series. About this, Mr. John Gregor, welcome aboard. Coach, where is everyone? Somewhere around the building, outside. They are all in the jail, Kelly. That's what's happening about that one over there. Possible, Kelly. I'm 0-4 on St. Louis, Florida. Night is starting to snow here in Utah again.
Wow. Run.
That's surprise. You know, it's not surprisingly. When I was in Colorado in Aspen, June 4th, 2012. So the third, someone told me, "Hey, tomorrow we're going to go ski." All right, it's another problem. So I go ski. But what he did not know, I have a day off at 2:00 afternoon. So I went to ski in the morning from 8:00 until 11, and then I come back down, and then I play golf afternoon. And that's how it works usually. Utah, Colorado, during the, you know, it was the last one, but summertime, but still. That's how it works. And those state about that one over there. ENORTAP, you say me with St. Louis. Here we go. Hey, that's what you have to do. You have to listening. No Mr. ENORTAP. Hey, Mr. ENORTAP, Jose Duarte. ENORTAP was bringing people in the jail. Coach, can you drive the jail bus to pick up Noner and Danny? Kelly said, that's something we can do go there. And Mr. Brendan, welcome aboard. Thanks for being part of the show tonight.
Welcome, Brandon.
So before we go there, let's go, Mr. ENORTAP, on the leaderboard of what happening yesterday. You can see a lot of 0-2. It's going to be interesting. See that Francois is 1-1. Danny, I make a mistake. Danny is 0-2. Is not 2-0. Noner is 0-2, and we have a Blackhawks 97-0-2. Kilo did a great. Kilo have a funny weeks. 0-2, 2-0. He don't like 1-1, so that's good about that. Andy Dixon, and we have also Justin Cordero. It was his first time with us. He started with already in the jail about that one over there. So, but the only thing I make a mistake with Danny also is the fact like the ranking 1, 2, and 3 are not. I forgot to adjust that part of there. So that's happening, Mr. ENORTAP, for the leaderboard. And Yamo take the lead. Now he lead by you for only, you trail only by 1 now. So you cut one of the 2 games. So that's what we are on the leaderboard. I'm following with 27, so I'm behind both of you. So I keep this for a little bit at the end. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's I make my prediction exactly like Tampa Bay play hockey. They are patient. They wait for the opportunities.
Right to the end.
And I snap right there, and then I take the chance to get that part over there. So that's happening about the leaderboard. And I live in Denver. Can snow most in time. Erratic weather terrain. I got the lake. Yep. The only thing is good in Denver, Mr. ENORTAP, over 300 days per year is sunshine and the beautiful state in Colorado, where I've been there 7 years, and I believe is the best state in the USA.
Really? Nice.
Yep.
Very nice. It is beautiful.
Very nice. The 75 drive from, it's funny because they have a 275, one in Denver in 70 and one in Florida, but the drive from Denver to Aspen, unbelievable. And when you go drive during the winter, you never know. You know when you leave, but you never know when you're coming back.
Hotel California.
Yeah, because when you hit Val, what everybody said, oh, Val is a nice place to ski, everything like that, right? Yeah. It's really 10 miles before that prior, and then 20 miles after that. That area, it's a killer where you never know what could happen. You never know it's snowing. It could snow for 5 miles. It's just terrible about that one there. But summertime is beautiful. I really enjoy the summertime in Colorado. That's maybe the best, like Aspen, Val. I was lucky because I was working with Steve Brière, the coach for the Toronto Maple Leaf goalie coach. It's called the Canadian Hockey Professional School. And I was doing they have 3 teams, and I was in charge about the West USA. So I was Colorado, Utah, Arizona. And I was like all summer for 9 weeks. I was traveling with that team, and beautiful location. Anyway, that's another story in my life.
Yeah.
Again, and let's go what happening here. I didn't see the Colorado game, so what happening about that one there, Yamo? And let's go. What happening, Mr. ENORTAP?
See the Colorado game. So what happened? Well, the Colorado game, we saw a different St. Louis team show up. That's what it was predominantly. I think they took more control. They were doing a little bit more hitting than they did in the first game. I think Bennington continued to play extremely well, and they were very, uh, excuse me, they were very advantageous with their opportunities, and especially after Colorado kind of cut it down to 2-1 with that early power play goal that they scored. It looked like they were going to build up momentum, and you were thinking, "Here comes Colorado." But credit to St. Louis; they played a strong game. If they play like that, this is definitely going to go 6 or 7.
Yep, I agree with you about that one. There was a very strange game, and like I mentioned this morning, it the tips the puck, right? Yeah, the first two goals
Yeah,
for St. Louis was all like tipped by the defenseman, by the Colorado Avalanche. And
yeah, wasn't Kumper's fault. No.
you know what I mean? So was not easy for compare about that one there. But I think the best team win last night. That's the most important thing. St. Louis completely dominate on the area, like the
Yeah,
travel park, physical. Don't get a lot of chance for the Colorado. Bennington make a good save at the right time, but we have to give credit for the Blues. For me, was the best team on the ice yesterday. About that one over there.
it's hard to keep in check when you have a team with 7 20 goal scorers.
Yep,
It's very
exactly.
difficult. If a couple guys have a night off, then somebody else will pick up the slack.
Yep. Jason Robinson, the Mike Modeno of this generation, look like he's doing well about this. Do you ski at Aspen or Snowmass? I did both places. My first year, Renault, I was living with someone working at the Saint Jerome Hotel. So I have an apartment on the bottom of the ski, and so I was in Aspen. Then I moved in Snowmass, and in Snowmass, I was living in the mountain at 10,265 feet, and I was skiing over there and hiking in Snowmass, where it's another beautiful place. You never take your car, Mr. ENORTAP, at Aspen Snowmass, and they are free bus over there to go anywhere. So it's pretty amazing.
Oh, nice.
The only thing, like everything is expensive, but
As
and we don't have Walmart. We don't have
Walmart.
Publix. You have to go 40 miles from Carbondale, something like that.
Okay.
And they have another name also on the beside that one there. But it's funny because you can jump in the water. They have a hot pool, so it could be
Yeah.
like 95 degrees the pool, and it's snowing outside, and the background is a white
The
blonde, a
hot
white.
springs.
It's my 4 years over there was unbelievable. I,
Amazing.
yeah, experience life, right? That's all about that. Mr. Pierre Martin, welcome back in the house. And RJ Colabro in the house tonight.
Welcome,
It's
everyone. Welcome.
historic this weekend. St. Louis 141. They do pick Florida and Colorado. And then I feel like those game was last night. Francois said, St. Louis keep hiding them. They'll come home. The Avalanche, they would have to find a way to have with this about that one there. It could be also on the on the special team at some point. And I quit on the blue. I quit on the Blues. Pierre Martin said, "Who would be the next coach in Detroit or Vegas?" Terry, any
Good
place?
question. Well, I could still see Talkett maybe going to Vegas. I don't discount that. Detroit's a different beast. I don't know if Eiserman has somebody specific in mind. I mean, I would think he has. Like today, now we know that Dallas has fired their coach and all the assistant coaches. as well, the GM. So there's an opening there. Maybe that's a good place for Babcock to land. Who knows?
Um, First of all, the guests you have Swinton could be Barry Trask, could be Rick Tarquette, Alain Vigneault, Claude Julien. Vegas going to get a big name over there. That's they're not going to get a college coach or something like that. It's going to be a big name in Vegas for sure. Now Detroit is very different. Eisenman is hard to read. That's the one that's the one you never know what he could be. Yeah, 3 areas I can see him. First, you can maybe pick up someone from European area. Somewhere over there, it could be a Russian coach or someone play with him. It could be a Sweden player, so anything like that. I wouldn't be surprised about that one there. That's one. The second thing, I wouldn't be surprised. He's looking for a teacher educator. He's not looking for X and O. That's how Eisenman go there. Look what he got. He got John Cooper. So he's looking for a guy, a motivator, and that's what he did well with Bashir. And that's why he did not want to fire him right away, because those kind of people are more the teacher, the educator. So 2 areas I was looking for. Dan Quinn, he came for the college NCAA. I still believe the coach from Providence College, Lehman, it could be another one Eisenman could be associated at some point. I could be wrong my word here, but I wouldn't be surprised he get that route of pick a players like this for the next. So someone can work with the youngest one, the young prospect. He been in that area over there. So we'll be interesting about this, Mr. ENORTAP, but here we go. We have a super chat. Jose Duarte. Super chat, $5. Reverse. One more time. Here we go. Super chat, Mr. Jose Duarte. Here you go. Thank you so much, Mr. Jose. Appreciate a lot about the super chat. While Dallas alert coaches go. I have no idea, Ron. I have no idea. Everything like that. So maybe you have an idea. I don't know what the idea about this. Sideway, Mr. Blackout. So what happening with the barbecue brews in Vancouver? Maybe barbecue brews could end in Vegas.
I think he's going back to Vancouver, Bruce.
Yeah, he has 1 year contract, not extension. Finalize this part over there, so he's going to be there during the year. He maybe extend, but don't expect that. Vancouver had no choice to keep him the way the people associate him with him, right?
Yeah.
But now, because the GM is Patrick Levine, and I think at some point at the end of his contract could be someone else. I wouldn't be surprised about that one over there. Thank you again, Mr. Jose. I cannot see Coach Kent being away too long now. Coach Kenville, I still believe he would not be surprised if he returned with the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
They not fire him. He got remove him over there because of the situation with Chicago. So it's another subject, but I would not be surprised if he returned with the Panthers at some point, Mr. ENORTAP. But Mr. ENORTAP, it's time to go for the what's going on with the jail, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, we have to look about this. We changed the name. Today we have opened up another a section because we have a lot of people coming, and we open up with Kelly County Jail that we mentioned last night. Now tonight we have another one. It's a Marlin County Jail, Mr. ENORTAP. We have too many people show up about that one over there, so we have to open up. We have no choice. We have to, because you have too many people. But who are they? But here we go. This is the list of people tonight, guys. Yes, Richard Marlin, Danny Nooner, Ron with Kings, Blackhawks 97, Yamo Vartanen, Andy Kuivula, Andrew Lepage. He got out of the weekend chalet. He's now going to be the jail. Why would be happy. Dixon, Jose Duarte with a great super chat that don't give you a pass. You have to go to jail anyway. Pierre Martin, he's in the jail. And yes, coach was supposed to be up with that part. Unfortunately, guys, I cannot go because I have a free pass, and I use my pass, Mr. ENORTAP. So I'm going to go around about that one over there. And then Kelly said it should be no honor. Jill, I can shotgun on the box right there. But no, I don't know. I don't think so. Roger and Danny is still here Mr. ENORTAP. But let's see what we have for them. We go. I will go to bring you somewhere else. Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. This is a new bus. Party Boss Prison from the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is a new bus. Roger and Danny is going to bring everybody tonight at the jail. And we expect a big party with over. This is going to be for every time. We have 5 people and more. Go to the jail from the Ladybug, from the sweat box. And then we have also now the bus party prison. That's what we got here at the Hockey Nation Live Show, Mr. ENORTAP. We open the door. We have a budget for everything. We want to satisfy people. Here we go. If you imagine who play the music, the DJ is RJ Calabro. He's the DJ man with Alexis Dubit. Both of them are playing the music right now, Mr. ENORTAP. That's what we have at that moment.
It's a Hooter bus.
It's going to get a Hooter verse very soon about that one over there. So that's the party bus, Mr. ENORTAP, and that's what's happening right now. So yep,
we're encouraging everybody to have losing records. I think they're going to want to go just for the ride.
That's opened up the door for them for sure. Maybe some people want to get on the party bus and not to get on the Ladybug. About that one over there. Wow, strip club bus concept would make a ton of cash. That's what I pit about that one over there. So we'll see when Mr. Danny and Roger they show up tonight. They're going to see the new vehicle for the Roger. I'm sure he's going to be really excited to drive that bus about that one over there. So that's happening about this. Don't like the jail name. Yeah, the reason why you are there, Mr. Richard, is because you lead the leaderboard of the jail time with Kelly right now. So today we celebrate your new section of the county jail we have in the show about that. And wow, stripper pole. And we have a lot of things about that. Jean Gregor, who's driving coach. We hire Kelly for today. Kelly, she's the driver of the bus today because we don't have Danny and Roger have to get picked up. And so it'll be interesting. Any comments you want to say, Mr. ENORTAP?
Oh, I think you hit them all, Coach. It's hard to outdo that.
I think we did pretty good on that one. We have the bus, we have everything about that. And I did tell you one day the jail would be overcrowded. One day. It could happen also, Mr. Pierre Martin, for sure. And the reason I want to mention, because we don't get the leaderboard of the jail, Mr. ENORTAP, but we have a new people for the first time go to the jail, by the way. So Dixon is one of them. That's a first time. Jose is a returner. Andy Cuvilla is the first one. Blackhawk is a returner. We know the expert is Richard Mullen. Honestly, Ron is a returner. But one thing I want to mention to you, Danny never been there.
Oh, no.
He never been there. First time Danny go to the jail from this new leaderboard. No, never been there many times. He is really an expert about that one there. But I just want to share it with you, Mr. ENORTAP, what's going on with the jail today. And that's it for today. Welcome, everybody. Enjoy your time. And I will see you Monday and see who's going to be in the jail, Mr. ENORTAP, Monday for sure. First time for no too. Yes, because this is a new one, but you've been there before that one over there. Yeah, maybe you're right about that. Maybe no, I think it's second time about that one over there. And Roger, the prison bus money about that. Yes, we did not start. You know, we did not play the music like the Sea Rain because we use the party bus. So the party bus all about the music. Excited about that, Mr. ENORTAP. So about that one over there. Imagine going from warehouse to warehouse every lunch break. About that one, then run text that need no return. And people are excited, Mr. ENORTAP, but it's time to pick the choice of the night. And you are now the expert about that one over there tonight. I select your team, I select your score.
It's going to be a tough one tonight, that's for sure. We got the Rangers in Carolina in their second game tonight. Well, one interesting question, Coach, is going to be if Ranta keeps playing as well as he does he lose his job to Anderson when he comes back? What's your take on that?
So again,
If Ranta keeps playing as well as he has, does he lose his job to Anderson when he's healthy?
no.
No.
Until he lost one game where he don't perform well, now you bring Anderson. But at that moment, they will go until he winning and he go that way with it.
Yeah, I believe that would be the case.
Yeah.
Well, the Hurricane, they've won all five home playoff games this year in the playoffs. They have outscored all of their opposition by a margin of 20-7, and they've killed off 92.3% of their opponent's power plays. Sebastian Aho scored late in the third period, and then Ian Cole, as we know, tallied just 3 minutes into overtime to lift Carolina to a 2-1 victory over New York in the series opener on Wednesday. Cole scored his second career NHL playoff goal after his wrist shot from above the right faceoff circle sort of deflected off the stick of Ryan Lindbergh and past Shesterkin. Shesterkin really has kept the Rangers in as well. He's been solid. A lot of the goals that he's allowed have been pretty much off of deflections. He's really only had one game that was not great, but he's holding his own, and he has to be at the top of his game in order for the Rangers to really have any sort of success in the playoffs. Aho has tallied 8 points in 5 games versus the Rangers this year, if you include the regular season and the playoffs. His 17 career playoff goals are now tied with Kevin Dineen for third place in the Hurricanes and I guess Hartford Whalers franchise history. And they're only trailing two other people, Eric Stahl, who has 19, and Rod Brindamore, who has 18 himself. Carolina's Ranta has stopped 27 of 28 shots to record his fourth win of the postseason, in which he's given up 2 goals or fewer. While the Hurricane won game one, for the second straight series in this playoffs, the Rangers find themselves trailing after the opener for the second consecutive time. New York fell in triple overtime in game one of its first round series to Pittsburgh, and then overcame a 3-1 deficit in games to finally eliminate Pittsburgh. Carolina presents a much different problem for the Rangers. I think that Carolina is a lot deeper. I think the one thing they have to watch out for now is they have yet to win on the road. Carolina has in the playoffs, so they can't go in to New York and sort of take this lightly after they finish off tonight. But they have to take care of business first. They have to get their second win tonight, and I think they will. It'll be a very close game, but I'm going to take Carolina to win 2-1.
I give you 3-2.
I think it's going to be a battle of the goalies tonight.
And to Shaman, welcome aboard. We have also Eagle Frank 86 in the house tonight. Thank you, both of you, to be a part of the show.
Oh my God!
Here we go for Eagle. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Welcome, guys. Now, next game, as wild as the series opener was, neither Calgary nor Edmonton are, or us for that matter, are expecting anything close to that kind of a game again tonight. If anything, I think both coaches will have hit their players over the head in terms of the importance of playing a solid defensive-minded game. The 9-6 Flames victory, which not only set a record for the fastest 2 goals by a team to start a Stanley Cup playoff game, but was the biggest scoring affair in the Battle of Alberta in history, was light years from the game plan drawn up by either squad, I think. The game tied for the 5th highest scoring playoff game in history and was the first since 1993 to actually record 15 goals. Ironically, 9-6, the Flames lost to the Kings back in 93. By comparison, Calgary managed only 15 goals in its 7-game series against Dallas. So I guess at some point they had to explode, and this was probably the game for them. The Oilers are, I would say, are not as strong defensively as Calgary, but they allowed only 2 goals in their final 2 games of the first round series with the Kings. So it just shows to me that when they put their mind to it, they can play a more team concept defensively. The Oilers have some aspects to build on, especially the way McDavid right now is rolling. Like, this guy is hard to stop. His acceleration is just phenomenal. He can get to loose pucks before anybody else can. His vision is tremendous, and of course he's got a knack for getting right to the goalie and scoring. We saw Calgary try to slow him down a little bit because they were hitting him continuously. But to his credit, he led, believe it or not, he led Edmonton with hits in that first game. I think he had 5 or 6. So it's kind of showing me a different side of Connor McDavid, one that's not as meek and is willing to pay the price, but he'll also dish it out when he has to. It's a strange coincidence that the Oilers have lost all 3 playoff games this month, in which McDavid and Draisaitl have both scored a goal. But Edmonton will take more 4-point games from the captain, who has posted 5 goals and 18 points in only 8 games so far. Then again, the Flames know that they can't allow McDavid just to run at will and continue to shred. So we'll see where they take this. I expect a lot closer checking on McDavid, but I wouldn't be surprised if Edmonton tries to open things up for him as well by maybe putting Draisaitl back to the second line and bringing up somebody with a little bit more muscle on that first line. Calgary also will expect a much better performance out of Jacob Markstrom, who, for the first time in a long time, he allowed 6 goals on only 28 shots in that first game. His glove side seemed very suspect for whatever reason, because he's usually pretty good with his glove hand. And he expects to come back and rebound from that game. I would say expect Smith to be back in net, and I don't think he'll be as fragile as he was in that first game. I think he's going to put up a solid game as well. The Flames are in a better position of having won such a bizarre game. They know what must be improved upon, with the benefit of not suffering a defeat, at least. So I think this will be pretty much a home-and-home series in my estimation. And so I'm going to take Calgary to win this one as well by a score of 4-2. Close.
I hit the nail again. À 5-3, an empty net. I want to welcome Mr. Matt. Salut mon homme de la belle province de Québec. Also, Brendan Whiteman. I apologize. I think we don't say hi to you, Mr. Brendan. Whiteman, he gave us all the time the score, but we don't all the time tell him hi, so we apologize. And Renaud also welcome all 3 together. And Mr. Shaman, If you want to give me the score, Calgary, Edmonton, Mr. Sherman, I will add you in the contest of the jail time. And Mr. Nortap, what is your us the number tonight?
I'm gonna go with 9.
9.
I think that second game is going to be high scoring. I mean, both teams are obviously very offensive minded, but they can also play solid defense. It's we're not going to see a repeat of 9-6. I can guarantee you
11.
that. Gotcha.
11 for me.
Yeah.
Just complete what I have here. Thank you so much, Mr. Shaman. Thanks for being part of the show for the first time. And Mr. Nata, we have to move on now to the fantasy hockey, where I believe I got 1 point last night, but I could be wrong.
No, you got 3 and I got 2.
No, but the differential.
Yeah, the differential was 1.
Right? So you still pick number 1. I know it's going to be ugly the next couple of days, but that's still there. And we want to invite everybody, guys. If you want to participate on the weekend, we consist to add you. You just have to click on the send me an email at coach@coachfrenchy.com, and we're going to get your prediction. What we do is during the Monday, we put both days together, and we'll give you a leaderboard. But that's not change what we do Monday to Friday. That's the only thing we do here at that moment, Monday to Friday. This continues until to the end, Mr. ENORTAP, at the Stanley Cup, and until June, whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be harder once we get down to just a couple teams, obviously.
Yep, it is. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes when you leave the building.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go heavy on Calgary tonight. I'll take the Calgary team. I'll take Anderson and Hannafin. And then I'll take Kachuk and Goudreau. And 1 Edmonton. I'm going to take McDavid.
All right, so I'll go with Calgary. Carolina, and I'm going to take Slavin over there, and I'm going to try to cut you a little bit with Tresadol. I'll get Bouchard and Tresadol. I'll cut you for McDavid, and then I decide, you know what, he's going to get Goudreau. I have to cut him at least 1 point, so I'm going to use LANHAM between this, and then I will say, I will wake up last game, and I think I always going to be not too bad that game over there. And that's my expectation, Mr. ENORTAP, of what's going happening on the fantasy hockey. And if you are a fan of the parlay under/over, the first game, Carolina, I will go with under. And if you go with the next game, I know it's 6.5, but tonight you're going to see another game of the over. I will not be surprised. 8-9 game tonight. 8-9 goal. Is going to happening about that one over there. Remember the last 2 games, Mr. ENORTAP, 9-6 and 9, whatever it was the last game. So we'll be interesting about that one there. Oh, Mr. Yamo gave us a score. Mr. ENORTAP, Yamo, he gave us 4-2
Carolina 4-2 and Calgary 5-3.
Here we go.
So we can't make any ground on Yarmo tonight.
No, he protect. That's what he did. He wait for we give our score, and then he decides to say, you know what, we're going to go behind him on that. Renaud said, will Skinner get a start in this series? It's very bad for the team. I'd rather have an old goalie who is not any good. Do you expect him to start?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think it's Smith's job to lose, and Koskinen will be the backup.
Secondly, I think right now he's only on the emergency loan. The third one over there. So he need that. That'll be the guy we got over there. Smith confirmed by Yamo. He said, "I dropped the soup, so I took some time." Yamo, right? That's an excuse, but I understand about that one there. Mr. Nortap, we know it's the weekend. We have a game tomorrow night, and I know maybe give some tips for the people in the chat. Tomorrow night is Colorado back in St. Louis, and Saturday Florida and Tampa Bay. What your expectation for both game?
Well, I expect Colorado to sort of rebound back a little bit, but I mean these two teams are so close. There's very little difference between them. Maybe Colorado is a little bit deeper, but barely. I think Colorado has to really uh, like they're in a disadvantage now because, like we said, you're never in trouble until you lose your first home game, and now they have to go into St. Louis and make sure they take at least one out of two. But expect that series to go the full distance, my friends.
Yeah, it'll be interesting about this. Renault, no, you have to put a Matthews between Robinson and Kachuk, Renault, about that one over there. That would be the best way to do this. And for me, I expect Colorado step up tomorrow night. And poor Panthers, expect Joe Thornton, McMinn, and the lineup. And this weekend, I would not be surprised about that one there.
I really don't understand why on the power play they keep going to five forwards. It just baffles my mind. It makes them very susceptible, and they're very predictable. If you look at the passes, Tampa Bay is anticipating every single pass exactly where it's going. It, they're not executing it with any sort of determination. They're not playing the bumper very well. Um, you know, if you look at Tampa Bay right now, just about every player on that team is hurting. Why? Because they've been blocking shots. And we haven't seen that from Florida. And until they're willing to sacrifice themselves, it's not going to happen. And remember, the record coach, 10 games without a power play goal, 0 for 36, the Rangers. Will
Yep. And the
Florida
second thing
get
I would
there?
say to you, I feel Ekblad is not 100%. That's the first
No,
thing I
he's
would say
not.
to you.
He's not.
Second thing on the power play, they put Huberdeau on the left side. And what happened with Huberdeau? He have to turn his body to get a shot
Yes.
to the net. At the time you do this, Tampa Bay readjusts, and Vasilevsky readjusts at the one over there. The guy to get, if you don't play a 5 forward, you have to put Giroux over there.
Yeah.
But if you do that, you eliminate Huberdeau because Huberdeau is not a bumper and he is not in front of the net. So they have nobody in front of the net at that line when you have Renard, Giroux, Barkov, and Huberdeau and Ekblad. So they have too much fight. You have to bring Orvis on that one over there. And I will bring split Giroux on the second unit over there. All right. And again, then a third thing I would say to you, it's time to get out Lundell or put him on the 4 line. And Ashiri, he didn't play all year long. Now he play. Bring now Thornton, McMinn, and the lineup right there. Remove one of the two I just mentioned to you, and that's the only thing I would say because Thornton it would be more better on the power play like anybody else to carry on to move the puck. And whatever you play 8 minutes, anyway you can play Barkov and Huberdeau and everybody for 11 minutes. I think with nobody talk, I still believe Verhey is not at 100%. So the injury starting to step up for the people, for its friend team, and that's another problem about that. 0 shot for Verhey last night.
I know, and Lundell, he only played 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes.
Yep.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, exactly. So, hold on, Mr. ENORTAP. We have a few people already in the house. Mr. Danny is back in the house. Welcome back. Questions? Are you going for the weekend, Mr. ENORTAP?
Are you gone for the weekend? No. Just tonight.
Danny, he said 240. He said that 4-2 Rangers. He did not listen to you.
And 4-3
that one over there. It's Philip when you fall south. Danny, welcome back. The total the point is 13 for Danny. So he's all set up. Thank you so much, Danny, about it. Danny, you are in the jail, Danny. You're on the jail, and Kelly drive the bus today, Mr. Danny. So
you're going to love the bus.
And when we go to conclude the show, Mr. Danny, stay until there because you're going to see our new boss about that one over there. I know I brought my brush and my teddy bear, Kelly, about that one over there. Last part of the show, that last thing, to what you expect tonight. One specific thing.
You know what? I definitely expect a very tight game between the Rangers and Carolina. I think both teams recognize the necessity to score that first goal. And once they do, they shut things down, and they both have goaltenders that can help them to that end. With the Edmonton game, I'm not anticipating a hugely, like I know I picked 4-2, that's 6 goals, but I'm not expecting the kind of game that we saw in the first one. I think that they will have been instructed to play a much more close defensive minded game, and I expect a much rougher game too.
Yeah, that would be the honestly for me for both game. It's only one part. It's Mike Smith. That's what
Yeah,
I'm looking for about Mike Smith, about that one over there. And yeah, I want to wish an amazing, great weekend, Mr. Andrew, because Renaud talk about him. He's getting bugs, Mr. Andrew, at the chalet for the weekend. And Mr. ENORTAP, what kind of holidays do you have this Monday?
it's Victoria Day on Monday, Coach.
Here we go.
So
So we wish all the peers or Canadian people, we wish you happy holidays on Monday. But we will
thank
be
you.
back Monday night anyway for the warm-up show. We don't take any off here. We consist attacking about that one over there. And then Nicolas ce soir, c'est quoi le live? Tonight we do the game between the Carolina Hurricane and the New York Rangers at 8 o'clock, Mr. ENORTAP. I decided to go early show because I believe, like, I know it's the battle of the Alberta, but people, I don't think so. Everybody wait until 1 o'clock in the morning. So I will maybe hanging there during the night, but we're going to go the long week, the first game, long weekend, Kelly said. And Simon calls, do the late game, Kelly. No,
I
we're
might
not
be
going to do
back by
late game.
then.
Have a good night, Kelly, and Nicolas about this one over there. But before we leave, Mr. ENORTAP, one more thing to remind to everybody. Don't forget to email me for the pick this weekend, coach at
Pick.
coachfrenchy.com. And we wish you an amazing, great weekend, Mr. ENORTAP. And thank you
You
again
too,
for
Coach.
your week. Another week complete, Mr. ENORTAP. We're getting there closely to the end of the end. But until then, we still have a lot of great hockey. That's the best time of the year now is the NHL playoff 2022. So everybody, we wish you an amazing, great weekend. And
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
thank you so much again, everybody, for your participation tonight. We wish you an amazing, great holidays weekend for the people in Canada. And of course, Mr. ENORTAP, enjoy your dinner tonight. Always a pleasure to have you. We are great, grateful, thankful to be a part of the Hockey Nation Live show. And of course, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate what, Mr. ENORTAP?
You're 2022.
Here we go. Thank you so much, everybody. We wish you an amazing, great weekend. See ya.
Good night, Coach. Good night, Hockey Nation.
Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Bonne fin de semaine, mon Pierre Martin. Round with Kings. Enjoy your weekend. You're welcome, Kelly. Good luck, Blackhawks. We're going to pick you up, Jose. It's coming. Stay until to the end. Thank you, Mr. Danny T. Pierre Martin. RJ. Kelly, I'm on my way. Here you go, Kelly. Love it. I love it. Danny. I love it, Renaud.
Get a grip now, just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling
Here we go. It's a party time, Jill, with RJ Calabro and Alexis Dubic on the DJ. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.